All right, guys, so we've got a couple things we want to accomplish on the Peterbilt today. The boys just got done putting the tank filler box on, which is going to be the little thing that goes in between the tanks, which makes it extremely hard to get under the truck now, but most of the stuff under the truck seems to be done. Tater, what are you doing, Puff? He wants attention.
Yeah, haircut.
He did get a haircut. Tater looks like a new man, a new, less homeless man. He looks a lot less shaggy, like he looks like a dog that you would purchase now, instead of a dog that you would find at the junkyard. You're a junkyard dog, Tater. We still love you. But yeah, so the shock box, very easy install, wasn't it, boys? Lots of measuring, lots of drilling, and hoping that it fit. This is just never coming back off. We'll just make that statement. But everything is plumbed, we believe. We don't have any air leaks anymore besides, I think the dryer may have one air leak we need to diagnose. And we're hoping that with everything hooked up and we ran a line to the compressor, that this thing will actually start building its own air. So far, we've just been using an air truck and putting air in it the hard way. But the rear of the cab, the leveling valve is finally mounted. The fifth wheel is on. All we have left to do in the back, now that we've got all the plumbing done, all the lines changed, we have one more deck plate piece to put on, and then we have to bolt the fifth wheel down. And the rear of the truck is done. We did kind of make a new leveling rod and stuff like that. Well, it's the one that was with it, but we just had to make it work because of the way they had it on there. It did not work. But so all we need really is a back glass, and I'll be able to wash this thing, which we might cover it. And if we can get a run in today and building air pressure, we just took the cages out of the brakes. This thing could technically drive. We got a new shifter too. Jogging out here. We got the exhaust 100% finished up. Joey is putting the cab panel supports in it right now.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. So really all we have left on this thing is obviously finishing the interior. As you can see, we've got half the floorboard in. We got our new chrome shifter with my, Joey called it gay, but I don't think it's gay. It's very Peterbilt, brother.
You gotta show them the indicators.
The turn signals work. What else? Hazards. And they wired it off of all the lights that we ran, but they used the factory little turn signal indicator thing. We'll have to show you that here in a second. But yeah, we got a lot done. The doors are here. Also, you'll notice the door panels are gone now, and this is actually something I'm dying to show everybody. And I hope maybe before the end of the video we can show you more samples. This is going to be the interior theme. It's going to be like a distressed brown leather, like a Longhorn leather with the white stitching. I think it's going to look sick. I mean, the white and blue trucks with the brown interior is kind of my thing now. That's kind of my vibe. So after this, I mean, what's to stop us from being Peterbilt brothers going down the road? We won't have AC for a little while. For a while. AC will probably be the last thing done on the entire truck. I did order some AC lines this morning.
Probably the radio would be the last thing.
Honestly, I'm not gonna have a radio till probably the end of the year when I drop it off at Audio Shop.
But to like road trip it, AC is probably like the last thing that we'll have set up.
You know, the audio guys are gonna love us because a lot of like their electrical stuff is ran into the cab.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna hate us because it's not factory and they can't use the pigtail harnesses that they have. Well, one or the other. But yeah, lots of stuff to do on the Peterbilt today. Are the tanks all wired up and the shock box wired? So we'll be able to light those up here in a second. Hopefully start the truck. We are missing the compressor cover and the charge pipe. So, I mean, we can't do anything too cool. I mean, we can, it doesn't really do anything.
You can't go to Dairy Queen, that's what he's trying to say.
He was wanting to drive Dairy Queen and get some ice. It's also raining. I'm not driving in the rain.
Yeah.
No. Hey, I tell you who we do need to come as soon as we get this back glass in. A tint guy.
Yes.
This thing needs to be dark.
Well,
I mean, DOT officer, you did not hear that. I would not tint the Peterbilt.
No.
It's a white truck. That's what makes the windows look dark.
We just Photoshop every single time you ever see the Peterbilt. Ever.
Even in person, we photoshopped your eyes.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, give us a second. Bub is doing some wiring over there, and then we'll get in the interior and we'll show you everything we got on there. And then I think we need to start it, try and build some air, see what we can do. Real excited for this though. As far as the inside of the truck goes, we're gonna do a couple pieces at a time. They have the door panels right now. So as far as the 389 door panel goes, we're gonna leave the top half black like it comes. And then we got a little bit of a surprise right here in the center. The boys saw it earlier, and we may have that sample soon. and then the whole bottom half of the door is going to be this. But I'm excited for it. I can't wait. At the end of the year, whoever does the audio, I am going to tell them to pull the dash and paint it a different color. So before you're concerned about the black dash, and also the seats are staying black, because our interior lady said that if you take apart a brand new seat like that, it's going to be a very, very awful, painstaking process to put that seat back together and hope that it fits.
Yeah.
And they're very expensive, and I don't want to ruin them. And they're very comfy.
Yeah, they are very comfy, and then, I mean, they still would, it's not like they don't match.
Yeah.
It's just black
it's
seats.
black. She did say, like, it's got white stitching on it. She said we could stain that either, they have fabric pins, you can either do the stitching blue or brown.
I actually did that on my third gen one time. They did not turn out that good.
Back at any level.
It was a Sharpie.
It was, okay, it wasn't a fabric marker. All right, 1 sec. All right, Joe, you ready for a deck Play-Doh section now?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
There's wiring and the airlines back here.
Hey, how'd y'all put this in last time? Did you do the part under the fifth wheel first?
Yeah.
Joe, don't have to grab it. You can't.
Joe, you gotta grab it from the bottom. Okay. Now, how do I help you? Joe,
Yeah.
here.
You know what's dope is that because it's a mirror, I can see where I dropped all the bolts.
You know what's dope? Get these bolts in the back.
Yeah, Billy, how about working?
I am working. I just, I can see my washers now.
Help wanted. Looking to hire. Head any level tech. Joey, who they hire to replace you?
No one can't replace me.
How'd they not shut down you? We don't know.
Janitors are a dime a dozen. Ain't that right?
They had one of those markers on the board that said day since accident, and it says it started the day Joey left, and that's the number. 322 days since the last accident. If you're coming up on your 1 year anniversary,
Yeah.
hey, why don't you get your 1 year anniversary back here and put this bolt in?
He's had 6 vacations in his first year.
And about to take 2 more.
Kind of wild.
Should probably add another one to this.
I've not had one in 2.
That's your own fault.
Alright, so after some swift persuasions and me and Bubba and Joey having a very swift argument with the back of this deck plate that we just don't want to talk about, we're all out of breath.
The deck plate definitely won.
Oh,
I'm aggravated.
he kicked all of our asses, all 3 of us. There's only 3 bolts in this entire thing too, and every one of them just whooped us. But the rear deck plate is on, the deck plate is completely finished. The fifth wheel, we got all the grade 8 hardware in, all tightened up. Still need to have the fifth wheel polished, and then I need to get the new plates. Plates are removable and replaceable because it's a greaseless fifth wheel. It looks like somebody has put a little grease on it at one point, but
They ain't no Peterbilt, bro.
they ain't no Peterbilt, brother. They don't even know what's happening. But I think it's time to start it and to see if she will build air on her own. And we uncage the brakes, like I said, and then see if this Peterbilt may move out under its own power today. I'm really just curious. I just really want air in the truck.
I want it out of the shop.
I want to see the compressor build air. It's only going out of the shop to maybe go in another bay in the shop.
That's fine.
But we do have a lot more room down there for wiring and stuff. So
It'd be nice to be able to sweep this area.
yeah, this area does stay butchered with coolant and oil and stuff. Can you get that drain fan out from under the truck up there? I'm gonna cut this thing. Yeah. All right, kids. So got half the floor in, got 1 seat in, got a very pretty nice chrome shifter thingy, and a lot of wiring done. But the next test is hop up in here, little man.
Hey, what's up? Why's my Vaseline in there?
Hold on, let me take my shoes off in my house. But why is there a hole in the center? Why is there a hole in the
Give me
center?
that.
Anyways. Gosh dang it.
I did tighten up the gas pedal, so
Gas pedal. God.
Gas. We have a diesel pedal, bro.
so hopefully it doesn't immediately run away.
Wow, way to make us
well,
so confident.
I feel so great about starting this thing now, Bub.
Well, I didn't make.
The cable or the rod isn't stuck on anything up there, do you see? Is it? Is it in the resting position it should be in?
If it immediately high idles, we know We know she needs to be loosened.
All right, so a couple of things we got wired. We had the Dakota digital in. Only 2 sensors, well, 4 sensors should work right now. Voltage, water temp, oil pressure, and mile per hour. I think we're just missing an antenna for that, ain't we?
Mm-hmm. But we should be okay because we don't really have much things to.
God, dang, I'm a fucking Peterbilt. Oh, damn. Who gave me one of these? All right, let's start this. Hey, the key works now. Look at this. This is the original key that came with the truck. Even got a keychain that says Greg A ain't shit. Get it? All right, so that puts all your accessory lights on. Starter.
Fuel.
No, you don't need fuel. She's grumpy. She's been sitting for a week.
Yeah.
We do run the lights a lot. It's a 10 volts. We have oil pressure. It works. All right, we got 60 pounds of oil pressure. Whatever you don't flick no switches.
Volts, radio volts.
We got voltage, water temp. Still not really reading right. We'll have to look into that.
I'm pretty sure it's not freezing, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna doubt the water's 32 degrees right now. Oh my god, this is gonna be so loud. That turbo sounds really weird without a compressor cover. It actually sounds pretty sick. Alright, so underglow. That's how you go to jail. Lows, highs.
Should we hit the low and it dims?
Oh. We need to see if we're building air pressure.
Yeah.
That's the main objective of this.
Definitely not just playing around.
We need to build air pressure on its own. And we need to make sure that we hook everything up right.
Okay, so we did hook the airlines to this, but because it's electronic, you won't see it.
That's not air pressure, that's just boost power.
That's currently air pressure.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Well, has the back started picking up yet? Yeah. There you go. Let's get out and see what all's working. In theory, this should work. Okay. All right. We got air. It's starting to get some air. Do we hear any leaks?
I just hear Peterbilt.
We need to know it'll build air until it blows off. Yeah. Alright. Now we wait for air. We'll be right back. Alright, so we do not have a compressor cover. So alright, boys. While we had air pressure, wanted to shut her off and see what, was still leaking without it running. I hear quite a bit of air leaks. We won't.
It's just a cool down.
Yeah, it's a cool down procedure for a cat, especially when you have no compressor cover. But so we got the rear or the front airbag system. Joe, you want to pull your phone out and show them?
Yeah.
We got it on the
So-
Switch Pro. So
We all have Switch Pro apps. If you don't have a Switch Pro app, you're a loser. All right, ready? So,
all right, so front down. Show it to them. All right, front up. Oh yes. We're the first people ever to bag a Peterbilt.
First people. No one's ever done it before.
Anyway, so all the blue lights turned out great. Let's check out the filler tank and the back shock box. I don't think they've got to see it like fully lit up with all the blues.
I'll hit the indicators for you.
Oh yeah, let's show them the turn signals, boys.
What you want, right?
Yeah, right. You gotta have the key on, pal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the blue light's gotta be off.
Okay, right turn signals. And it does not do the back of the cab. We did not want it to do those. We want them to stay on regardless. All right, you wanna do the hazards?
Sure.
Got that stuff working. And then the center one is gonna stay red. Turn your red running light, or just your running lights on. Yeah. So the center ones will stay, the back of the cab will stay, that one will stay. And then your tank boxes and your back of the sleeper will all flash. And we do have hazards working. And so far, we have used, what, 0 of a factory harness?
Yeah, literally
Nothing. We've just ran all the wires up there, ran flashers, the modules, Dakota Digital stuff. It's very, very simple stuff. So if we ever have like a wiring problem or something that doesn't work, it's gonna be really easy to figure out.
Yeah, we
But-
put the harness from the front of the truck to the back.
I don't think it's got enough air leaks for us to worry about it though. Do you? No. We're gonna start her back up, get her building some air.
Go to Dairy Queen.
And Joey really wants to go Dairy Queen, but yeah. Well, let's go with all the lug nuts we have on here right now.
Looks good.
I say we
Looks
make Joey
good.
walk to Dairy Queen.
All right, Joey. We'll meet you there. So we're going through a couple problems with being a new Peterbilt, brother. Not even my driving at the current moment. We're trying to get it to build enough air pressure to let the parking brake off. And then the throttle pedal's sticking a little bit. So I can set my cruise like that.
Pretty fancy.
Yeah, I mean, if we did that on purpose, it'd be pretty cool. Let's see if we'll move.
So close.
Stuff. No, we're not getting enough air pressure to release the brakes. Darn. We may have to cage them to move it around.
Will the front brakes and stuff still work though?
Yeah.
They should, right?
We may have to cage them. Yeah, why is it going to release? If you're only caging the parking brake. Yeah, you'll still have brakes. We'll still have brakes. We can still leave it in gear. Yeah.
With the cage then?
Yeah, we're gonna recage these brakes and come right back. All right, so for anyone that doesn't know what a cage bolt is, you stick that in there with a 3/4 socket, you turn it around and it unloads your parking brakes. We got to figure out why this axle won't uncage. There's a lot of reasons. Either we'll deal with that when we're there. We're just so excited. We want to see this thing move right now. So, all right, Joe, you gonna get in the cab with me?
Yeah, give me
Camera.
chat over here. We got our nice steps. Yeah. They'll be definitely scuffed up. It's okay.
We'll get those polished.
Yeah.
We'll be Peterbilt brothers. All right, so startup sequence. Oh shoot, they're gonna want to steal this thing.
Well, you got a key, so.
Yeah, we got keys. Fuel. That's our air Doge. Thank you to Air Doge. Got 12.7 volts. Everything comes on. Got a turn signal too. And then here we go. We're gonna hit startup.
Yep. Definitely make sure you're new. Now it'll definitely move.
She's been slow cranking a little. I think we need to change starter. There you go. She's an old girl now. This ain't no new unit.
Yeah.
We love her though. Alright, so in theory, if I do this. Goddamn Peterbilt, brother. Oh, there goes up.
One of them.
You just kind of pick random gears.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. We're driving a Peterbilt right now.
It's blow through style. We have no turbo. are moving.
We are Peterbilt, brother.
To our FD.
It's kind of scary. We built this thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you see this thing on the road, just know
I wired it.
you chose that risk. Gosh. I'm excited to get the rest of
That
this.
hasn't even seen the property in like forever.
This truck hasn't really seen daylight in like 8 months.
Yep.
Now the amazing part is like most of our things work right now. Not all of them.
No.
Most of them. I think we need a new steering wheel, bro.
Yeah.
Black steering wheel really ain't doing it. Gotta make sure our air.
Gotta get like a wood one or something. So sick.
I think we did it. I'm so excited to see the outside angle. Cue the montage.
Yep.
Alright guys, so we have the Peterbilt outside finally. The first time I've even got to drive it since I've owned it. Still a lot of things to figure out. We got to figure out how much air pressure we're building. We have a lot of gauges, a lot of like electrical things to do still. It moves, it runs, it drives. It's not 100% like we said, but come on, Webby. Still needs obviously a lot of interior work, but we have a lot of stuff finished, and it's not going to be much longer to do this. Then we get to do the reveal. We get to pull that beautiful diamond seat trailer. Honestly, I'm so excited to see the whole setup together and the truck hooked to the trailer. We still have to wire the trailer brakes. We still have to run the trailer airlines, even though this is electric trailer. It's electric over hydraulic. We still need to run all that stuff in case I ever have to hook to someone else's trailer or I buy another trailer. But the Peterbilt has a lot left to do. Like I said, the boys have been killing it. Appreciate everybody that watches the videos. The Peterbilt is definitely one of my favorite build series. We're gonna get some new merch with this thing now that we have it painted and stuff. Lots of small details left before she is roadworthy. The boys over at Semi Casual did a great job painting it, and I want to give them credit on that because they did a great job. Obviously, we're not a paint shop. We just assembled it, and it turned out great, man. Like, I had the vision of what my truck was going to look like 10 times better. And the JTXs, all the companies involved, JTX has only cut one set like this to date, I believe, and it's only for this truck. But yeah, we still have to get the rear shift fenders installed over at Semi Casual and get the truck to them, and then we have some of the custom interior door panel stuff potentially coming in tomorrow. So in the next video, hopefully we'll have interior pieces for you. We'll have our charge pipes on where we can make a little boost, maybe drive it down the road. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously we need to figure out some air leak situations, but we're making good progress. One thing I do want to do is thank you guys, because if you hadn't been watching us here, I obviously wouldn't have been able to buy one of these. And coming to the events